Good evening. Lexington Police Chief Lawrence Weathers is weighing in on the debate surrounding the department's use of no-knock warrants. Earlier this month, Councilmember James Brown introduced an ordinance that would ban the department from executing them. Chad Hedrick sat down with Chief Weathers, who says he believes his department uses no-knock warrants sparingly. That story is first on Fox.
It's a controversial topic that has been debated for the last year in the wake of Breonna Taylor's death. Now an ordinance banning no-knock warrants in Lexington is under consideration.
When we talk about no-knock search warrants, I think there's a lot of misconceptions about it. I think some people see it as us sneaking up to a door, crashing a door.
Lexington Police Chief Lawrence Weathers is speaking on his stance of the policing tactic, saying his department has only used it 4 times in the last 5 years.
My stance is simple. It is a tool. And I agree that it is a tool that should not be taken lightly and should not be used for everything. There should be very limited areas where you use that tool.
But an ordinance introduced in Lexington City Council would ban the department from using no-knock warrants. Earlier this year, the Kentucky General Assembly passed a bill limiting the tactic and gives cities the authority to ban them if they choose.
Sometimes when you make decisions based on something that happened, sometimes you go to the extreme. Sometimes when you go to extremes too far on one side, that makes you overreact or underreact. When you start overreacting, you start underreacting, that's when people get hurt.
I asked Chief Weathers if the department reviewed their policies after Breonna Taylor's death. He said they already have after an incident in 2015 when officers raided the wrong location. He says they've implemented specific training and designated officers. So what happens if City Council votes to ban no-knock warrants in Lexington? The police department would have to regroup because Chief Weathers says they would follow the law.
I don't like to look at extremes. I like to keep my options open, and I like to have access to control as many variables as I can, and that's what it's all about: safe, efficient, effective policing.
In Lexington, Chad Hedrick for the Fox 56 10 o'clock news.
The ordinance that would ban no-knock warrants is set to go before full council next month.